Okay, so now let's talk about the moon as Atmakaraka. And we're going to start with reading the description of the moon from Parashara. So, abounding in Vata and Kapha and filled with knowing is the moon of round body. O twice born, auspiciously eyed, of sweet speech, fluctuating and lovesick. Okay, so the moon is filled with knowing. That means the moon is intuitive. The moon looks everywhere, okay? Just like Jupiter, they're both planets that look everywhere. So they're capable of really deep insights. The moon is auspiciously eyed, so it's going to be nurturing. It's going to like giving comfort. It's going to be natural for moon Atmakarakas to want to give comfort, to want to understand others. It has sweet speech, okay? So it knows how to talk to others, how to nurture others. It's fluctuating, okay? So it's adaptable, it's in constant change, it's sensitive to what others feel. Okay, moon Atmakarakas are so sensitive that sometimes they can get a bit overwhelmed because they feel too much what's going on around them. They take on other people's energy. So it's important for them to learn to protect their energy field. The moon is also our memories, our dreams, and the past. So this makes the moon very intuitive and able to tap into the unconscious. As Parashara says, it's also lovesick. So often the moon Atmakaraka feels like they need to be in partnership. They have the need to connect deeply to others as they don't feel complete on their own because they can't shine without the sun. Yeah, the moon cannot shine without the sun, so they feel that need for others to feel them. The moon also has big ability to relate to others because people tend to feel very comfortable around them as the moon understands people. They're very adaptable, so people are going to feel that from them. For example, if the moon is in the 10th, especially as Atmakaraka in the 10th, they tend to be popular and they tend to have social confidence. Now, the moon has no enemies, and planets with it or aspects in it will give flavor to its personality. So for example, if we've got moon Atmakaraka with sun, the sun is going to give it its qualities. So it's going to give it maybe leadership skills, strong will. Okay, so we're not going to look at the moon as being combust, but we're just going to look at the planet that it's with as a planet giving it its qualities, just giving flavor to its personality. Okay, moon Atmakarakas also like to take care of people when they're going through problems. And they like to make them feel like they understand what they're going through. And when the Atmakaraka moon is waxing, it can show growth, evolving, growing things more physically. But when it's a waning moon, it can be about resolving karmas, about letting go of things that the moon rules over. So it's going to be more internal and psychological growth. Then moon Atmakarakas tend to be peaceful, quite forgiving, devoted to their friends because they like to nurture them, take care of them. And according to Jaimini, the moon rules over music, so they tend to have skills in music as well. Of course, we need to look at other parts of the chart for that and see what influences the moon is getting. Now, when talking about appearance, physical appearance, the moon tends to give a round body or face, and a soft appearance for both women and men. Of course, it's going to depend on other aspects that the moon is getting, or other planets that the moon's with. For example, I know somebody who's got moon Atmakaraka with Saturn, and the moon is getting a very strong aspect from Venus. Okay, so their body is not round at all, their face is not round, but they've got this very fair complexion, and they're very tall and thin, which Saturn gives. And they're also very feminine. Okay, now looking at careers and skills. Okay, so the moon rules over music and writing according to Jaimini. So we've got moon with Jupiter. It can give an aptitude for writing. So moon with Jupiter, or the moon influenced by Jupiter. For example, we could have the moon in Jupiter's signs in Sagittarius or Pisces, or the moon Rashi aspected by Jupiter. So the kind of writing will be maybe about philosophical things or spiritual topics. Then moon and Mercury with the 3rd, 5th, and 9th lords involved with the Atmakaraka or the Pada can also give writers, and usually it's going to be a more technical type of writing, such as how-to books or about technical topics. Now, the moon and Venus can also give aptitude for writing, but it's going to be more about writing poetry. Okay, or it can make somebody just appreciate poetry. It doesn't mean they have to write it. Many teachers also have moon at Atmakaraka, or a full or waxing moon. I've been a teacher for many years, and I have a waxing moon, actually, not a moon at Atmakaraka. A lot of them can be social workers as well, because they like to nurture others and take care of others. And the moon can also give psychologically oriented coaches. So they're not going to be the kind of coaches who are trainers like Mars or inspirational like the sun, but more oriented to psychology and to supporting somebody maybe throughout their traumas or through difficult times in life, we could say. Okay, and what are the remedies we could apply if a moon as Atmakaraka is afflicted? So something that works pretty well is a stream of consciousness writing. So just writing whatever comes to mind without thinking of what we're writing, without commas, without full stops, just getting all the feelings out. Okay, this is really good, especially for Moon and Rahu, who can be really, can give people who are really ungrounded, or Moon and Mars, who might find it hard to let emotions out because they're a bit too logical. Okay, then for Moon and Ketu, these people can be quite shy or find it hard to show emotions. So it's important for them to learn to show emotions. Moon and Saturn, okay, with Saturn starving the moon, there might be too much attention what is wrong. So something that could help them would be to visualize things going well. So the moon is our capacity to envision things, to imagine things being better than they are. So having an exercise where you visualize things going much better and how you would like things to be, maybe writing them down. Then another remedy that could be quite good for an afflicted moon would be Byron Katie's The Work. And I took this from Ryan Kursak, who recommends it quite often, and I recommend it as well, actually, because it's a form of inquiry, that helps eliminate thought patterns, makes you look at situations from a different perspective, and it really, really works. It's great. And then for people who have Moon and Venus, who might be too needy in relationships, they need to learn to give and take. And of course, mantras to the moon would be good as well, especially on Monday, the day of the moon, on Mondays. Now, when the Atmakaraka is in a Cancer Svamsa, so that is the Atmakaraka being in Cancer in the D9. Now, what is Jaimini's description of Cancer? He says, in Cancer, at a distant place, water. Okay, it also says other things, but we're not going to go into them now. So, at a distant place, for Jaimini, Cancer represents distant, remote places. So that means people with a Cancer Svamsa might work with people from other countries or work in other countries, actually. Or they could be successful working abroad if there are good influences to Cancer. Now, in Cancer, water as well. So the water represents our emotions. So for Cancer Svamsa, it's very important to learn to find contentment in what they have, learn to appreciate things in their life, to become happy in their environment, whether that is physical or internal. A healthy Cancer Svamsa is going to be happy anywhere they go, just as crabs carry their house. So the important thing here is to learn to be content, learn to deal with their emotions in order to be content, in order to feel at home anywhere they go. Now, Cancer Svamsas might feel they are weak when challenges arise, if the sign is not strong. For example, when Mars debilitated in Cancer, and that's going to be something they need to work on. And Cancer also rules the heart and the circulatory system, so they could have problems with cold feet and hands, or circulatory issues as well. So the important thing for Cancer is to feel content, to learn to deal with their emotions in order to feel content. And also to feel happy even when they're far away, because they could be working in other countries or remote places. Okay, so that's a Cancer Svamsa.